Margie represents LifeHouse, an organization. She's going to tell you about what they do. An organization that is focused on sheltering people.
Great. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this opportunity. LifeHouse works with homeless and street youth ages 14 to 24 in the Duluth area, and we provide comprehensive services to help youth get on a path to success. Our mission is to reconnect homeless and street youth to their dreams with a vision that no youth will be left homeless, alone, uncared for, or fending for themselves on the streets. Our core program areas are our Youth Drop-In Center on 1st Street and 1st Avenue West, our housing program, we have a mental health and wellness program, and a futures education and employment program. But I'd like to speak a little bit about what shelter means for LifeHouse. We have our physical shelter. We just opened a brand new emergency shelter for teens ages 15 to 19 right in our building in downtown. This has 10 beds, and teens immediately coming out of homelessness are able to spend up to 90 days there while trying to get into more permanent housing. We have a house for up to 6 teens that have been trafficked or exploited. We have 7 units for young women fleeing domestic violence. Most are coming out of the Safe Haven shelter, and since this building opened in 2016, every young woman who's been in that building has had at least 1 child. We have a 12-unit building and 1 floor with 11 units in the Gateway Towers building for formerly homeless youth, many of whom have severe mental illness and addiction issues. So there's the physical. Once stably housed, these young people can tackle their other issues in order to better their lives. One story I'd like to share is a young woman who just came into one of the first residents of our emergency shelter. She'd been couch hopping and staying in unsafe conditions. With the support of our staff and being able to stay in one place for an extended period of time, she's been able to start counseling and will soon be moving into one of LifeHouse's other apartment units. She's on track working with the county to regain custody of her son, and she's doing well. Without the stability of that shelter, she wouldn't have been able to tackle any of the other issues to be able to move on with her life and do better. LifeHouse also provides shelter of another support. So many of our young people have experienced some severe trauma in their short lives. We provide stability and consistency when most of the time they've experienced violence and abuse. This ties into our vision, and we want to bring them to us and provide them with the structure and support. The work is difficult and not for the faint of heart, but our staff are dedicated. What can you do to help us? Certainly monetary donations go the farthest. However, item donations help us quite a bit. We have a free store in which we hand out basic needs supplies, parenting supplies, gently used clothing, and other items. We have some volunteer opportunities, including preparing meals for our youth that live in the shelter and assisting with projects around our building. But the most important part is that these aren't bad kids. They've had a rough start to their lives, but that doesn't mean that they can't improve and do better. So supporting agencies like LifeHouse can make a difference for the youth in our community so that they can go from surviving to thriving. Thank you.